That breaking news we're watching now at 5 o'clock. You see these flames shooting out of a building. People who live in this area in St. John's sheltering in place. A shooting suspect there barricaded in an apartment complex. Again, that unit now on fire.
Now, this is happening near Cathedral Park at North Syracuse and Baltimore and North Portland. It started at 1:30 in the afternoon. Then about a half hour ago, that fire broke out. I'm Jeff Gianola.
And I'm Elizabeth Din. So let's get straight to Jamie Seymour, who's there at the scene. Jamie, you just heard from police in the last half hour. What can you tell us?
This is still a very dynamic situation, and as you can see, this has escalated in the last few minutes, where a fire was set on the 8th floor in a balcony. It has continued to spread. Firefighters were just a block away. They continued over there, but Portland police say this started earlier this afternoon when neighbors were reporting somebody throwing items off of their balcony. And when police went to respond, they said the situation changed entirely.
They were actually going up to the apartment to go and talk to the person that was throwing these items and try to address the problem. An officer reported seeing the suspects carrying a rifle in the hallway on the upper floors.
Police went on to say that that suspect was contained to the apartment, but there was an active danger to the public because of that elevated position. They say that caused even further worry for many of the surrounding neighborhoods and officers. If he was seen with a rifle, that can go many distances. So much of this surrounding area was blocked off. But earlier, we were just a few blocks away, and just on the other side of the yellow tape, there was a parking lot. Bystanders were coming out to watch, and officers started to yell that they were in the firing range. So this has just been an extremely dynamic situation. They weren't able to confirm if anybody was inside that apartment with him or if he is the actual tenant of that apartment. And just in these last few seconds, we see there is a fire truck over there. They're trying to extend the ladder up to this balcony. So again, very dynamic situation. And as we get any new details, we'll continue to keep you informed here on air and online on KOIN.com. For now, reporting live in North Portland, Jamie Seymour, KOIN 6 News.
Okay, Jamie, let's get back to the live picture. If you can have your cameraman push back into the fire. We're going to stick with this for a while. As Jamie mentioned, the fire crews with the ladder, you see it there, just starting to arrive on scene. They've been on scene, but they've been holding back, possibly because they're afraid they'll be shot at or they'll come under some harm. But this fire has been burning pretty steadily now, Elizabeth, for the last half hour. Once again, the situation started at 1:30 with a report of someone throwing stuff off the balcony. And you heard police say when they approached that balcony, well, that's when the fire started to break out in about the last half hour or so. So a very dynamic situation right now as more firefighters start to arrive on scene.
And as the situation escalated with the fire now, and then you can see just 2 units to the right there, there is a man on his balcony. And so it looks like the firefighters are working to get to him as our photojournalist is zooming in right now, because there's that concern about this fire. There is the safety concern of the suspect in there, and then there's the concern for the people who had to shelter in place but are now needing to be rescued from these flames that could potentially move next door.
Yeah, and here's what scares you about this. Remember, firefighters always tell you, yeah, fire kills, but smoke kills. And this is thick black smoke that's been pouring from this building. So you hope that they got people evacuated out on time. We have no idea who that person is 2 balconies down that's on the cell phone near that fire ladder there. But that's what kills in fires is smoke inhalation. Fire kills, but smoke kills as well. And you keep seeing that thick black smoke peeling from this fire. So we have no idea if they were able to get most people out. Maybe they're in the process of doing that on the back side of this. And now we start to see the white smoke, Elizabeth, which tells you they're starting to put this fire out.
And when you look closely, it looks like there are 2 firefighters right there on that balcony. And so they're working to put out this flames. We see the smoke changing color right there. That is a bit of a good sign. Jamie, can you see anything else there?
This is Matt Rashley, the photographer here
Matt.
at the scene, and I can clearly see 2 firefighters on the deck where we've seen fire burning and smoke pouring out. So it appears that firefighters are inside and are able to start dealing with the situation.
Okay, that's the scene. Once
Here's
again,
Jamie.
to set the table here again for you, if you're just joining us, this all started at 1:30 with the report of someone throwing stuff off balcony. Police confronted that person, and then there were shots fired, and then about half hour ago, this fire broke out, and you can see it was very intense, but right now it looks like firefighters are getting a handle on it.
And we're getting just a new update now from the Coin newsroom. The suspect is indeed in custody. So a big update here. The suspect is in custody now, and we're learning that this whole situation right now is happening at the Shrunk Riverview Tower Apartments. The latest now, so it sounds like police do have the suspect in custody. Firefighters able to put out those flames right now. The situation is getting a little bit better at this point, but there's a lot of smoke still pouring out of the Shrunk Riverview Tower Apartments.
Okay, so this situation looks like under control with an arrest. Looks like they're putting the fire out, but a lot of unanswered questions, and you just hope that folks are okay, especially with all that thick black smoke that's pouring from that fire. Stay with Coin 6 News for continuing coverage on this.